Welcome back to episode 2 of the day. We are talking about a movie
Yes.
we went to see together. Trevor is back. What's up, buddy?
What is up?
We went to see a movie that I've been anticipating, but not wholeheartedly. And then the reviews came out, and I was like, okay, I'm all about this movie. I love Chris Hemsworth. Yeah, we went to see Crime 101. Just give me your initial thoughts, Poe. What did you think of Crime 101?
That's so funny that you said that because I'm in the same exact boat with you. This movie, I like crime thrillers, but I'm like, I feel like they're done so often nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Similar to Black Bag, I think that came out last year. I didn't even
Yeah.
see that because it just sounded boring. The trailers for this film made it sound like a generic thriller heist film. And then, like you said, the reviews came out, and I'm like, oh, this sounds good.
Yeah.
A bunch of Marvel actors in a thriller, a
Mm-hmm.
crime thriller. Okay, let's check it out. And then we saw the movie, and I'm very glad that we did.
Yeah, you and me both. I will say, just because you brought up Black Bag. That was Soderbergh's movie from last year. You need to
Mhm.
watch it.
Okay,
That movie
it's not as
ripped.
boring as I thought.
No, that movie was
Okay,
awesome.
okay, I'll have to check that
So,
out.
yeah, but I mean, Crime 101, also awesome. I like this
Yeah.
movie a lot, man. It felt like a 90s action thriller. Chris Hemsworth was so good in this role, like
Hmm.
shockingly good. Like he was like Jason Statham's transporter, but also like this dude that was like really bad, like down on his luck, like things like that. Like the amount of strings he had to pull, one of which I didn't like, and we'll get into it a little bit later, but I thought hurt the movie. Um, I thought he was really, really good. The main reason I wasn't real excited for this is I'm really tired of seeing Mark Ruffalo as a down on his luck cop. But man, does he
Yep.
do it so well.
Yeah.
I came home from that last night and I watched Zodiac because today was the last day Fincher's Zodiac is available on Netflix. So I came home and watched it. And I understand why he keeps getting cast as a cop, dude. He's really good as a cop. And like
Hmm.
I thought he was great in this movie.
He was in. I am not a huge fan of Mark Ruffalo in some spots.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, oh, Mark Ruffalo again, but he ripped in this film.
Yeah.
He was so good. I'm like, I was kind of surprised how much I liked him.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
I mean,
uh,
everyone was great.
Halle Berry was good.
Yes.
There's one person that this is probably going to be a hot take. There's one person this I didn't think was very good, and I think he kind of needs to stop acting. Nick Nolte's too old to be acting, dude. I can't understand a word he says. Like,
Oh,
I need subtitles every time he talks. Like, I'm kind of over the Nick Nolte train.
he didn't add anything special to the film.
No.
It was just a generic. He could have been a, nobody actor. And
Right.
I didn't even realize it was Nick Nolte till you told me.
Yeah.
It was like that bad.
Yeah, and he was in Dime I Love last year with Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson playing a very old dying dude, so it made sense. In this, he's playing like a criminal mastermind, like that can't talk right. Like he answers the phone when some or he calls someone, he goes, do you know who this is?" Like I wouldn't. Like you sound like a goat, dude. Like I don't like no.
That's so fun. That's so true. That's so true.
But besides him, I mean, Barry Keoghan with an American accent, that was sick. Like, I thought he
Mhm.
was really good in this. I'll talk about because a lot of what I'm going to talk about is towards the end of the movie for what really worked for me. So the one thing I don't understand why it's in this movie, and maybe you can clear it up. The whole girlfriend storyline, the movie was 2 hours and 20 minutes. She added nothing to this movie.
Correct.
Like the only way it would have made sense to include her is if, we're getting into spoilers now. Later in the movie where they have the moment where he's like, "Hey, I've got to go away to work for a little bit." And she goes, "You need to tell me what you do." If I'm writing this and I need her to be included, I'm telling her what my job is, and she's the reason he gets caught. then it makes sense
Mm.
because he's letting his guard down for one of the first times he accidentally let something slip, and that leads to his demise.
Hmm.
She
That would
didn't
I would
add
have seen
anything.
that coming though. Like that would have been
Right,
so like, oh, like this movie would have sucked.
right. So
I,
why is
I
she
was
there?
expecting I was expecting the same exact thing. That she was because she like the way she came in was just like how do you rear end somebody like that and then blame it on like it just seemed like a setup. And I felt like that's why she was there is to kind of have us expect she's the big twist of oh and she's the villain or like part of the whole collusion. But
Yeah.
no,
But
she's just there as a love interest for no reason at all.
if you're gonna have a red herring though, make it more interesting. Like this movie, like especially the very end, I was like, all right, is it gonna end right here? And it doesn't. I was like, okay, is it gonna end right here? And it doesn't. Typically, when I'm in a movie theater, because I always drink a huge water, like I have to pee towards the end of the movie, I'm like, please have a good ending. End right here. Wuthering Heights did that for me. I was like, hey, it needs to end right here, and the screen went to black. This movie kept going, and I feel like the very end of this movie didn't need to happen at all.
Interesting.
Like
Like the extras, like the extra scenes after
like
that. Okay,
when he was driving away, it
yeah.
should have ended. Him turning around, him doing the letter, him doing the Mustang
Mhm.
thing, to me, didn't add anything other than more runtime that I didn't need.
I could see that, and I could see like they were trying to tie up loose ends, but not really loose ends. Like
Right.
they could have
That
easily been
mattered.
implied.
Yeah,
Correct. If they would have cut the girl from the film, that would have saved you 10 minutes, 15 minutes,
at least.
and then just added. Like I feel like that would have been cool, but it was a little long. Which I 100% agree. And if we would have cut that love, uh, like the lady, whatever her name was, that movie would have felt more a little bit snappier, in my opinion.
And the Mustang thing, then I would have appreciated that being the
Yeah.
ending, right? But it was on the tail end of the whole letter thing, which, again, to me, it didn't really make sense. That is really my only gripe with this movie, is her
Okay.
storyline. I absolutely love this movie. I thought the plot twist really, really worked well. And on second watch, you're gonna see it even better. Like that's you and I
Hmm.
talked about this the first night I met you. There's a big difference between a twist and new information.
Correct.
People may watch this movie and think that's new information with what happens at the end. It is not. They've been setting that up the entire film. Halle Berry and Mark Ruffalo are basically the same character. They both work in a dead-end job. They both have bosses that suck. They're not going anywhere and they're looking for a way out. And they had a conversation when they first met about how she doesn't really like her job and she's asking him like, "Hey, you're a public servant. How's that working out for you?" Setting up that maybe something's going to happen later, and sure as heck it did.
Yes, it did. And oh gosh, what a the ending of that was just stupid good.
Yeah.
And there was a specific scene at the end whenever Chris Hemsworth, I don't they really didn't even mention names. I don't even know any of their names at all
So
in this
Hemsworth's
film.
character is James, but they called him Mike throughout the entire movie. But besides, like Barry Keoghan's character didn't have a name. I can't think of what Mark Ruffalo's character was. Like they didn't really use
No,
names much, like you said.
no. Lou. Mark Ruffalo's character's name is Lou.
I don't know if I heard that once.
Never even heard that. But where was I getting there? Oh, so they were both getting ready in the morning for that what they were doing,
Hmm.
and they were putting on the suit. Like he was putting on a shirt, and then you thought it was Chris Hemsworth, and then it cut to a scene, and it was Mark Ruffalo. I'm like, that scene was freaking great.
Yeah, I mean, just the way
I was like, yeah,
the
it was
editing,
edited so well.
because they were going back and forth between both of them getting ready. That was sick. So we're in full spoiler territory now. I talked about in the Wuthering Heights my issue with this trailer. It's right here. They were setting up, and it was such a cool setup that Mark Ruffalo's character was going to be the guy transporting the jewels that Hemsworth was going to steal. And they don't show us his face when he's getting in the car to keep it mysterious. That reveal would have been so cool if you hadn't shown us in the trailer they're in the car together.
See, I didn't even pay attention to the. I saw one trailer, and I'm like, this looks. I don't even care about it.
So
So for me, I was like, whoa.
yeah, so I wish I was like that, right? Like I have buddies that I've talked to that don't even watch trailers because of crap like this, and I agree with them because in the trailer they show the full conversation of Steve McQueen. Like the
Oh,
entire conversation, him in the front seat, Mark Ruffalo in the back seat. So I knew that's exactly what was going to happen, and it took me out of the movie. That's not on the movie, that's on the marketing.
that's terrible.
Don't give things away in the trailer. That's like the Sinners trailer. Did you watch the Sinners trailer?
Yeah, with the well, you knew they were vampires.
Well, and we knew that Stack became a vampire
Correct.
in the
Yes, yes,
trailer.
yes,
Why
yes.
are you giving us these things, dude? Like,
And that's why I'm not watching any trailer for that Ryan Gosling film.
yeah,
I purposely go on my phone because I've heard like Sean Chandler has talked about it on his YouTube that move like that trailer ruins it for the film
yeah.
because if you've read the book and I'm like I'm not watching it because I like Project Airy or what's it called
Project Hail Mary.
Project Hail Mary. Yeah, I'm like I'm not watching any trailers because I want to go in blind, and I feel like some trailers have been terrible with revealing a lot of stuff recently.
Yeah, and it just doesn't make sense. Like I talk about this, I talked about it in our movie draft. A trailer needs to give you the vibe of the movie and no context. Make
Mhm.
us know what we're gonna feel, not giving us information, because that ruins movies.
Absolutely.
But
So I'm sad that you knew that that was going to happen at the end because
yeah,
I was like, oh, this is brilliant.
yeah, it was great. Because it wasn't even because they even went to the lengths of like when they go up to the guy and they're like, "Hey, we need you to get off the plane." That wasn't Mark Ruffalo's voice. It was someone else.
No.
Like they were completely setting it up for that to be a huge reveal.
Mhm.
And I'm glad for you it was.
Oh gosh, that was because you saw Mark Ruffalo. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be like a double cross of the century.
Yeah.
And then like the end, it was very The Departed like for me.
Yes.
And I heard it's called like Heat Light. This film, I've never seen Heat. So I don't know. I imagine it's similar in the vein. But even the title Crime 101, I thought it was brilliant because they were on the 101 in LA.
Yeah.
Like it's just so
And
smart.
the filming of the 101 all the time, dude, how it opened and then later in the movie where they're going upside down and distorting it.
Hmm. Yeah.
This movie ripped. Like the
Uh-huh.
visuals were cool, the acting was cool. I really,
Yeah.
really enjoyed it.
And like we've seen Hemsworth on a lot of Netflix stuff recently.
Yep.
And I'm glad that we saw him theatrically and he kicked ass.
Yep.
I was like, this is like he's a good actor.
Yeah.
And I think that's what is going to bring down the film a little bit though is people are used to seeing Hemsworth
Mm-hmm.
in Netflix roles. This is a movie from Amazon.
Yep.
Amazon produced this film, and I'm kind of worried it's not going to get a lot of reception in theaters because people just wait for it to go on to streaming.
Right.
They're going to miss out a lot. Like this is a film that needs to be seen in a theater.
Yeah. Well, you look at Send Help, right? I know I was much higher on that movie than you were, but they've
Mhm.
left that in theaters and it's made like $80 million on a
Yeah,
$30 million budget. You know why? Because they made a good movie and they left it in the theater.
yeah,
But
absolutely.
it's kind of wild. Like, I mean, I guess I get it because movies are like a date night thing. We got a ton of movies that came out this weekend, dude, and they're pretty
Yes.
good too. I saw four of the five. You saw two of them, right?
Mhm.
Like, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. I loved that movie. I thought it was awesome. Goat came out, Cold Storage, which I think that's a ton of fun. That's a new take on zombies. And Liam Neeson's in it. So it's like a horror comedy because Liam Neeson has definitely found his niche in comedy stuff as he gets older. But yeah, so those and then Crime 101 and Wuthering Heights. Like it's a big
Wow.
weekend for movies, dude.
It is. And it's all like counter programming.
Hmm.
In my opinion, like everything had its own lane. I'm surprised there wasn't any horror, but I guess if you wanted horror, Send Help is still there.
Yeah. And Cold
If
Storage
you
is
could call
kind
it
of horror-y. Like
okay.
there's horror aspects to it, but
But Hollywood did a great job this weekend.
yeah,
I just wish they would have marketed Crime 101 differently.
I
Because
agree.
I had no interest in it, so I wouldn't even have seen the trailers. You saw the trailers, and then you're like, it gave away the ending, which
Hmm.
kind of sucked.
Yeah.
But just The film was fantastic.
Yeah.
Just from him getting shot at to start out the film, the first whatever 30, 40 minutes in, I'm like, oh, this dude's gonna die. I thought that's how the film was gonna end, is him dying.
Hmm.
And no, Barry Keoghan dead.
Good.
Yeah, right.
This dude was a
He
piece of
actually plays a
crap.
good villain.
Oh yeah. I mean, he just looks like a villain, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
He felt a little generic for me.
sure. He
You
was the
just see him on the
cartoony villain.
motorcycle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was the
absolutely.
cartoony villain of the movie.
And there were some funny scenes in this too.
Oh yeah.
Surprising. Like, I was like, this is a pretty great film.
Yeah. Yeah, I had an absolute blast watching it. It's definitely one I want to watch again. I mean, I'm gonna get it on 4K because of like those shots over the 101 and yeah, the beauty of like the beach house he lived on. Like, yeah, I had a
Mhm.
blast.
I wish they would have told us how much money he's made. I was
Yeah.
because he was like, retirement money or whatever he called it. And I'm like, how much money do you need for you to be done? Like, because this is some like crazy work that he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could die. I mean, he got inches, millimeters away from death, getting shot in the car on that drug deal gone wrong, or the diamond deal
Diamond.
gone wrong.
Yeah.
Like, oh, but what a way. That ending was so fun.
Yeah.
And then nobody ended up, I think, yeah, like the jewelry, nobody even knew that the diamonds were fake unless you're Mark Ruffalo.
Right.
Like, oh gosh.
And that was so smart too, because again, like it's not new information. He went to the evidence locker and got them out. Like, but it's
Hmm.
not in your face enough for you to be like, oh, this is what's gonna happen. Like it was, to me, it was a perfectly set up twist. And I really, because
Absolutely.
I will say, when he just looked at Chris Hemsworth and he's like, just leave, I was like, what are we doing? I was like, this, to me, this is gonna piss me off. Like the ending of this is just gonna make me so mad because what, you're just gonna let him go because he shot the guy that was gonna shoot you. And then when the diamond thing happens, I was like, you got me. You got me.
Yeah. Yeah. And they did a good job with making the two engaged people like super unlikable too.
Yeah.
So you don't care. It made the insurance people, insurance is going to get their money regardless.
Mm.
So it's a big fu to the insurance companies. Like, uh, what a fun film! And oh my gosh, what is her name? I'm so bad with names tonight.
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry. This is one of the best performances I've seen of her,
Sure.
in my opinion. Um, she did a great job, and it was interesting that they talked about like, oh, you're 53, nobody wants you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we've seen that a lot in the past few years in
Mm-hmm.
films. Like this wasn't the main subject of the film, but even with like the substance, that's what the whole like
Right.
aging women in Hollywood. And I guess it kind of does work well because there's not like that one or two young actors like actresses who were leading the way.
Yep.
Like you have your Sydney Sweeney's, you have your I wouldn't even I hate Dakota Johnson. But I guess we've seen her and stuff. I couldn't
Yeah.
even. I finished the material or materialist today. It took me 3 nights to get through
Yeah.
that because I
I'm
just her
I'm
acting is just not
yeah,
it.
I'm sorry that you watched that.
Yeah, it's
Well,
A
talk
twenty
about
four.
Talk about a disappointment of the year, dude. A24, Chris Evans, Pedro Pascal, Dakota Fanning. Like, I was expecting it to be cool, and
Yeah,
yeah, no.
not it. But it's nice that Hollywood's allowing these older quote unquote actresses in again in these kind of roles that it's kind of like, oh, you're an older lady and like new Hollywood, and they're ripping. They're
Yeah.
I love them. So
Yeah, yeah, her, Julia Roberts. Like, we have some of our
yeah,
good young ones, like Margaret Qualley, Aubrey
yeah, yeah,
Plaza,
yeah, yeah,
people like that. Like, they're doing well, but, it felt very real. The idea of,
yeah.
like, her reaction felt organic because it's like, let me give you a number, 53. You can't sell 53. Like,
Hmm.
he, to me, was a bigger villain than anyone else in the movie, her boss. What an absolute piece of crap.
Yes, and unfortunately, that's how it is in some
Oh, yeah.
places.
I mean, we saw it in Send Help too, right? Like Rachel
Yeah.
McAdams'
Oh yeah,
character
man.
was, you know, the probably the most qualified person at the company, but because she's not a young college frat dude that plays golf, like she's not gonna
Hmm.
get it. Yeah, it is funny that because we've had these waves, right? We've had waves of movies like in the 90s or the 80s and the 90s, the Russians were enemies in movies because that was a thing. Getting
Yeah.
into the 2000s, it's people from the Middle East are the enemies. It's all these war movies, things like that. In the 2020s, it feels like corporate America is the enemy. And we keep
Yeah.
seeing that in movies over and over again. And yeah, it's compelling. It's a sign of the times.
And it's interesting because corporate America is the ones who are funding these films.
Isn't that
The
wild?
billionaire, like it's not like little studio Paramount, little studio Disney. These are multi-billion-dollar companies that are saying, "Oh, we want to, appeal to the everyday person, so we're
Hmm.
coming at us." It's kind
Yeah.
of funny. Like
Yeah.
they're so self-aware.
Jeff Bezos funding this is hilarious.
Yeah, he's the exact person, who the film's gonna f you to. So
Yeah. But no, man, I loved it. I don't really have much else to say. I want people to go see this. You know, we
yes,
said it was a spoiler review, so sorry if you're watching this. I know there's people out there that just watch these and don't watch the movies, but this is one you should definitely check out.
and I feel like the movie. There's so much to this movie that we didn't even talk about.
Hmm.
That it's such a fun movie. I was not expecting to love it as much, and then because I watch a lot of YouTube, like Grace Randolph I'd watched a spoiler free review of her. She was like, "Yeah, this movie's 2 hours and 20 minutes," and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, this is gonna be a snooze fest." And it was not. I was engaged the entire time. I should say 95% of the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was thoroughly impressed.
Yeah.
So check it out.
I
Great
think
acting.
I think you take the girlfriend stuff out like we said, and it's a near perfect movie.
Hmm. Could not agree more.
So I rated Wuthering Heights first last time, so give me your rating of Crime
Yeah.
101, pal.
So funny enough, this is also getting an 8 out of 10. I know it's the same review that I gave Wuthering Heights. I love both films for each other or each their own. I really just thought there you could have removed that. Like that girlfriend thing was so unnecessary for me. It brought down a star.
Yep.
Um, and I'm really trying to be picky this year about what I give a 10.
Sure.
Because in years past, I've been like 4.5, 5, 4.5, 5 on everything. Let's dial it down. Not everything's going to be a 5.
You're
But
not
this is
just
like,
You're not just a movie fan anymore, you're a movie critic. So, you know, you
yes,
gotta
I am.
gotta
If Wuthering Heights was a soft 8, this is a hard 8.
Sure. Yep. I'm with you 100%. I had this as an at a 9 other than the girlfriend stuff. This is the strongest 8 I could give.
Yes.
I told you before we hopped on, it's my second favorite movie of the year behind Bone Temple, and I'm mad at you people for not going to see Bone Temple because
Uh huh.
we are not going probably not going to get the third one because it bombed at the box office and it was a damn near masterpiece.
It needs to get legs on, like, Bone Temple needs to get legs on streaming,
Hmm.
or we're not going to get anything. I know. Oh gosh, that we need to get that. And also, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a sequel to Cram 101.
Yeah, I could see it.
I feel like there's some stuff there still that like you could get Mark Ruffalo in collusion with more cops, and I could just see like this. Now, I don't want it to be milked like the Oceans series.
Well, the series that went to my brain immediately because it's also Mark Ruffalo is Now You See Me. Because the big twist
Yeah.
and spoilers for movies has been out since like 2017 or something like that. Like the big twist at the end is Mark Ruffalo's the bad guy, right? And did a
Hmm.
bad thing, and then he becomes like a leader of the dudes. Like my concern with making a sequel to this is just that. What I would want if we do one is do it like the Transporter and put Chris Hemsworth in an entirely different city and it's just something else entirely. Like it's like Crime 102 if we do a
Yeah.
sequel. I don't
Yeah.
need one. I think this was a succinct movie that we don't need a sequel to, but if you're gonna do it, put Chris Hemsworth in a different town, you know, like they used to do with the Transporters, and I think it would be awesome.
Yeah. I'm such a sequel person now. I'm just like make everything a sequel.
Yeah.
I kind of thought it was too long, but yet I wanted so much more at the same time.
Sure.
Like same thing with Wuthering Heights.
Yeah.
But oh, what a great film.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw two good ones this weekend, man. And
We
if you
did.
you haven't seen it yet, you have got to go see Sam Rockwell in Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. Have
I
to.
was planning on seeing it today. I'm actually going to see that on Wednesday.
Nice.
I'm just, oh, I love Gore Verbinski. A Cure for Wellness is one of my favorite films ever that no one has seen,
Yeah,
and he
I haven't
directed
seen
that.
it. This is my first Verbinski movie. I haven't seen that one.
So yeah, check that out. Check that out. You were gonna love it, I think. Mia Goth, Gore Verbinski, I'll take it.
I love some Mia Goth too. So,
So
but
yeah,
sweet.
go check out this film, everyone. Crime
Yep.
101. Go check it out.
Yep. This has been the double whammy episode. We did it last week
Hmm.
too with Shelter and Iron Lung. We're doing it this week. So Wuthering Heights, if you didn't listen to our review, hop over there. And Crime 101. That's
Hmm.
Trevor over there. Thanks for coming on, buddy.
Absolutely. And go check out both of our YouTubes, face or Instagram, TikTok, whatever we got. Yeah, keep us tell us what your favorite movies are that you saw this Valentine's Day weekend.
Yeah. And you guys always know on the Real Friends podcast, if you want to recommend a movie for us to review, we will. And if you want to come on and review it with us, let's do it, dude. So we're just a bunch of friends talking about movies. So, all right. Well, hey, I just said the name, but this has been the Real Friends podcast, and we'll see you guys next time.
See you guys.